On the east coast of the South Island of New Zealand lies these unusual out-of-this-world ancient rock boulders. There are a couple of theories how these were formed. Some think they were alien eggs left here on Earth. Who knows? Others think they were formed after a volcanic eruption, while some thought that they were formed due to a natural phenomenon. Which one do you think is true? Find out how these were formed and see how Ralph captured these boulders during sunrise. Also, we visited the town of Oamaru, known for its quirkiness, Victorian architecture, and colony of blue penguins.
There's just something so calming just seeing the sunrise, seeing the birds, seeing the sky lit up. It's just so relaxing just being here outside. Although sometimes you won't get the perfect sunrise that you wanted, but I think it's totally worth it. Just waking up early, having a good start to the day, and just appreciating nature. The sun has just come up, and before that I was running around trying to find a composition, and then I finally settled on this sort of open boulder and just behind another boulder to the left. And then looking back you could see some hills, and I'm not really a big fan of shooting into the sun, so I think the image will just look too bright for me. So I've been shooting towards on the side and not towards the sun, which I think is quite nice as well.
So, I'm here.
Finally, we're here back again at Moeraki Boulders, and it's quite fascinating how these boulders were formed.
I think they formed 55 million years ago, which was very ancient.
Yeah.
And they're still up and standing until now.
So from what we've read, these boulders were formed by sand, mud, pebbles, and they were all buried on the ground. And through time, and with the addition of lime, they sort of formed these
spherical rocks.
Yep, which are about a meter wide. And it's just quite fascinating because I don't think you'd normally see this by the beach, and probably it's only here that you could see them in New Zealand.
And also probably because of the waves or the water. So the water is helping them mold into this shape. So it's quite fascinating to see these spherical rocks at the beach.
So we're gonna take some photos and hopefully it'll be a good one.
So this rock is just engraved on the side of the beach. I don't know how this is formed. All I can say is that it reminds me of the rock, you know, in the Old Testament times in the Bible where there's a huge rock when Jesus was resurrected. So the rock was moved to the side where he was laid in the tomb. So I said earlier that probably the spherical shape of the boulders were formed by the waves, but I don't know how this was formed. It's quite a mystery. It's really shaped
like a circle.
Like a circle. I don't know if you can even move this. So we are currently at Oamaru. So it's just a
half an hour drive from Moeraki. So we had an early morning start there. Now we're down here, and if you want to be transported back into time, then visit this place?
So they have Victorian style buildings. So I think this reflects on how they have a Victorian heritage. So you could see the
Victorian style buildings coming from the 19th century, and also their shops. They're a bit quirky. They've got like arts and cafes. Just quite unique and very New Zealand.
And I think they have a festival at early November annually. So if you have time, you can come here and witness the Victorian festival here at Oamaru.
So they also dress up like Victorian style dresses, and probably the city lights up because they're all dressed in 19th century costumes.
Oamaru is the
what can I
steampunk
do for
capital
you?
of New Zealand.
I would like some more mandarins,
And is
please.
known for its
Mandarins?
strong penguin population and having the best preserved collection of Victorian architecture in New Zealand. You might be wondering what steampunk is. It is a sci-fi fantasy genre which takes its inspiration from steam-powered technology. Oamaru has weird and wonderful exhibits, and you can explore further and look at artistic quirky collaborations for just $10 at Steampunk HQ. Close to the penguin colony is Del Mar Restaurant. Ralph was craving for some fresh fish, so we thought we'd check this one out. We were happily delighted with their fish of the day and cheesy pizza. A visit to the Blue Penguin Colony is a must when visiting Oamaru. Unfortunately, it was closed due to some renovations, and also viewings are open late in the afternoon around 5 p.m. when the penguins come back to the shore, and that's when you will see them in their natural environment. Blue penguins are the world's smallest and cutest penguins, and here are some clips of these cuties on our last trip to Christchurch at the International Antarctic Center.